Good morning, sports bettors. It is Wednesday, April 7th, 2021. Welcome into Lopez Locks. We've been off for a couple of weeks. We were on the slide there during the first round of the NCAA tournament. Didn't do too hot in the previous weekend on the UFC card as well. So we took a couple of weeks off, recalibrated, got back on the horse, and I am back and better than ever. So without further ado, let's get started. We got two big things this weekend. First and foremost, it is Masters Week. So all our golf fans out there, we'll get you a couple of picks for the early round results, head-to-head stroke winners for the first round and for the first 36 holes. And then we'll go into the UFC card. We have Kevin Holland fighting just 3 weeks later after his loss to Derek Brunson. He's going to hop back in there against Marvin Vettori, an even tougher test. So let's start with those Masters picks. First and foremost, I am going to take Collin Morikawa minus a half a stroke head-to-head against Cameron Smith in the first round. Collin Morikawa was a breakout star last year. I talked a lot about him on yesterday's Right Hand Left Hand episode 7, the Masters special. So make sure you check that out here on our channel as well. But yeah, going to take him to beat Cam Smith in the first round. Then 36-hole head-to-head winner, I am going to take Dustin Johnson. He's in a threesome with, I believe, Bryson DeChambeau and Justin Thomas. So really exciting group to watch right there. But I like Dustin Johnson's odds at minus 120, I believe is around where I got it, to go ahead and come out on top in that head-to-head matchup over the first 36 holes. Bryson is a very volatile player. He's got a chance to play really well. He's also got a chance to implode, and Dustin Johnson's just always consistent. He won the Masters last year. He's always there at the top. So I really like him to edge out Bryson DeChambeau, even if Bryson DeChambeau plays well in those first 36 holes. So head-to-head winner Dustin Johnson in that matchup. Now, let's move along into the UFC card. I'm going to have 5 moneyline picks as well as a live dog for you all to consider as well. So we'll start in the prelims with Da Un Jung and William Knight. I like Da Un Jung to win that. A lot of chalk in these picks. Da Un Jung is minus 140, but that's actually a decent price considering William Knight's a pretty mediocre striker. And most of his recent wins, he's gotten people to try and take him down and get working on the ground and pound. So I don't think Da Un Jung's going to fall for that. And I like Da Un Jung to keep it on the feet and outstrike William Knight. So taking him at minus 140. Then another fight in the prelims, is going to be Hunter Azure and Jack Shore. Jack Shore is a minus 160 favorite, and I like him to come away with that victory. He is, pretty similar level wrestler to Hunter Azure. So even if this fight does go to the mat, I like his ability to maintain down there. And then he's definitely the superior striker. So at minus 160, you can throw a unit and a half on that to get a unit return. And I think that's actually pretty undervalued. I think he should be a bigger favorite there. And moving on to the main card, the first fight on that main card is going to be Daniel Rodriguez and Mike Perry. Mike Perry's been absolutely insane lately. A lot of people are actually worried about his mental health and questioning whether he should even be in the octagon right now. He's had some weird stuff happen. He had that incident at the bar where he was screaming, I believe, racial slurs at people and got in a fight. Never a good look for a professional fighter to get in a fight out of the octagon. So Daniel Rodriguez has been really hot lately. He did take a recent defeat, but I really like his talent level. And I think he will beat Mike Perry pretty good, although Mike Perry does have a puncher's chance. That's really the only way he's going to win this fight is if he gets lucky. So again, at minus 160 for Daniel Rodriguez as well, I think those are favorable odds for you. I think it should be a bigger spread. And Perry's just getting the credit for the power that he always has, which is true. It's dangerous. But moving right along, next I am going to take my first underdog of this segment, and that is going to be Mackenzie Dern to beat Ansarov, whose first name I cannot really pronounce. So Mackenzie Dern is plus 115, a little bit of an underdog. I like her to be a little more aggressive, and hopefully she can get a takedown and out wrestle Ansarov. But I just like Mackenzie Dern to get the decision, whether that's through her wrestling, or if it's just her being tenacious on the feet. There's nobody's getting knocked out in this fight probably, but I do like Mackenzie Dern to be more active and get the points there. Next up is the co-main event. This is going to be the last UFC pick that I make, and then I'll get to my live dog, and that is going to be Sadiq Youssef in the, like I said, the co-main event against who's he fighting? Arnold Allen at featherweight. Sadiq Youssef is more powerful and more accurate, so I think he's going to get the job done. He's minus 145. This is another one. I really like those odds, so you can get a nice return on that one as well, considering what I believe to be the skill difference there. So those are my picks for this week, and then just a live dog for you guys to consider is going to be Erin Blanchfield on the undercard as well at plus 210. Some good value on her. She is she is going up against Norma Dumont, who is going to have a size advantage on her, but I always like those jiu-jitsu fighters, and that's what Blanchfield is. And if this goes down to the mat, I think it's game over for Blanchfield, despite the size advantage. I think the quickness in jiu-jitsu will win out, but of course Blanchfield does have to get it to the mat first. So that's the risk you're running, and that's why we call it gambling. So we will be back next week. In the meantime, always bet responsibly, and we're going to get back up on the horse this week. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at RHLH Podcast. Also on Instagram, we will be live tweeting the Masters on Saturday and Sunday. Even get some live betting tips in there as the leaders progress through those late rounds. So make sure to tune in for that again at RHLH Podcast on Twitter.